Welcome to New Sky TV, it's explosive. It's already going viral. The Vermilion Kiss, starring Zhai Yiying and Zhang Hongming, has stormed into the public eye in an almost unbelievable way. On one side, there's the hard-hitting, fast-paced crime drama Punishment 2, and on the other, the grand historical drama The Long River Sunset, plus 7 other new short dramas launching at the same time, all vying for top spots on the trending charts. The entire drama market is a veritable battle of the gods. Yet, The Vermilion Kiss, even before its official release, has already stirred up a storm on social media. The comments section is filled with "Hurry up, I'm already numb from waiting, and I can't resist shipping this couple." The sheer volume makes it seem like a top celebrity has officially announced their relationship. The question is, while Zhai Yiying and Zhang Hongming do have some notable works, they're still a step away from being naturally trending stars. How can a seemingly unoriginal campus romance story be guaranteed to be a hit before it even airs? At first glance, this whole thing does seem a bit strange. Sweet campus romance drama should be the most stress-relieving genre. The problem is, this genre has been overused in recent years. The academic heartthrob Falling for Me, A Confession in the Rain, amnesia after a car accident, misunderstanding starting in the 3rd episode. The formula is so repetitive that viewers can recite the lines. Even the well-received Unrequited Love couldn't escape criticism for its high start, low finish. Over time, viewers developed a conflicted feeling towards campus dramas. On one hand, they found them cliched, but on the other hand, they couldn't let go of that youthful excitement. Thus, a subtle yet real gap appeared in the market. People were tired of the old formulas, yet still craved clean, sincere, and unpretentious love. It was at this juncture that Vermilion Kiss appeared. It didn't wave the exaggerated slogan of ultimate sweet romance, but instead championed mutual unrequited love in from school uniform to wedding dress, emphasizing a slow burn, restrained, and enduring romance. It's not the kind of intense, love at first sight thrill, but rather the kind of youthful infatuation that we've all experienced, yet rarely captured so seriously on screen. The timing was perfect. But what truly captivated the audience was the cast. This casting choice has been praised by netizens as precisely hitting the aesthetic mark. The female lead, Zhai Yiying, is someone many first encountered through the hit suspense drama The Other Side of the Sun. In that series, she played a woman burdened with hatred, enduring hardship in the shadows, displaying profound emotional depth. Several crying scenes instantly ignited the audience's emotions. The drama garnered over 2.3 billion views on its main topic on short video platforms, and she was one of the most repeatedly edited and discussed figures. Therefore, when she suddenly returned to a campus setting to portray a clean, innocent, and secretive girl, the contrast was instantly striking. Audiences don't dislike sweet romances, rather, they crave to see a person with depth experiencing a genuine youthful love story. Even before its release, Vermilion Kiss has already generated considerable anticipation. Perhaps it's because it taps into what's most scarce right now, not gimmicks, not traffic, but a long-lost feeling of being genuinely touched. Starting from this point, the story doesn't rush to push the two characters into a sweet relationship, but instead chooses an almost restrained approach. Song sees inferiority complex and her efforts are meticulously depicted under a microscope. She sits in the front row of the classroom, her fingers white from gripping the pen too tightly. When the monthly exam results come out, even though she has clearly improved, she still subconsciously stuffs the test paper into her drawer, afraid that someone will notice her less than stellar ranking. Her affection is whispered, afraid to cross boundaries, a cautious "as long as you don't find out, I can always stay by your side." Tangxi's unrequited love, on the other hand, is the opposite extreme. He appears flamboyant and unrestrained, but in reality, he hides all his emotions in the details. Others thought he was casually skipping class, but he was actually taking a detour to buy Songsi's favorite soda. He joked around with people in the hallway, but his gaze would always, at a certain moment, cross the crowd and land precisely on her. Those unspoken feelings of affection transformed into subtle acts of favoritism, helping her out of awkward situations, taking notes for her, deliberately being a beat slower when the teacher called roll, just to ease her tension. This is the most ruthless aspect of Vermilion Kiss. It doesn't rely on dramatic, melodramatic conflicts or contrived misunderstandings. Instead, it uses an almost everyday cruelty to evoke memories of one's own youth. you'll find that what truly makes your heart race isn't a confession, but the other person remembering all your little habits, not a hug, but in a noisy crowd, when you look up and your eyes meet theirs. As the plot unfolds, their relationship remains in a state of tension, a push and pull. The harder Songsi tries, the more she wants to catch up with Tangxi, the more afraid she is of holding him back. The closer Tangxi gets, the more she realizes she can't just be a bystander. There were no grand vows between them, but rather unspoken moments of closeness, walking home side by side after evening study sessions, sharing an umbrella in the rain, and exchanging a mint before a mock exam. Every detail, like a delicate thread, holds the audience captivated. Even more remarkable is that Vermilion Kiss doesn't treat from school uniform to wedding dress as an empty slogan. Youth isn't just about sweetness, it also involves choices, separations, and growth. Songsi needs to confront self-identity, while Tangxi needs to learn to let go of pride. They aren't each other's salvation, but rather, in the process of walking side by side, slowly becoming better versions of themselves. This mutual growth gives weight to the sweetness and makes the love feel real. And that's why, even before its official broadcast, Vermilion Kiss has already generated a long-awaited sense of anticipation. It's like a love letter to youth, understated and unassuming, yet subtly hooking the reader, making them want to turn the page. Perhaps what the audience is waiting for isn't just a blockbuster campus drama, but a heart-fluttering experience that's been taken seriously. And the Vermilion Kiss has already provided the answer to this question. Precisely because of this, the Vermilion Kiss has never just struck a chord with sweet romance lovers, but rather touched the softest emotional memories in the hearts of an entire generation. Those who have already left school will see in Songsi's forbearance and persistence their own past selves, too afraid to confess their feelings, while viewers still in their youth will glimpse in Tangxi's steadfastness and restrained and idealized yet yearning love, unassuming, yet unwavering, not promising forever, yet incorporating the future into every choice. Even more brilliantly, the drama doesn't portray Tangxi as a flawless campus heartthrob. He gets jealous, acts childishly, and uses clumsy tricks to test Songsi's feelings. He also feels powerless in the face of real-world pressures, wavering between grades, future, and love. It is precisely this imperfection that makes his deep affection seem real and believable. Viewers are moved by him not because he is strong, but because he is willing to gradually conceal his sharp edges for Songsi, and Songsi's growth trajectory is equally intriguing. She's not a Cinderella saved by love, but rather someone who gradually learns to believe in herself after being seen and respected. From being a nobody to truly establishing herself, from self-doubt to facing the world with equanimity, Tangxi was simply someone who accompanied her on this journey, not the answer to her life's questions. This clear-headed female narrative makes Vermilion Kiss stand out as exceptionally pure among a sea of sweet romance dramas. So you'll find that what people are shipping isn't just the couple. They're shipping the mutual commitment of I'm willing to wait for you to become stronger, and you're willing to persevere for me. They're shipping that in an increasingly materialistic world, there are still people who believe that liking can be pure, and love can be unconditional. They're shipping the courage of youth, knowing it will hurt, yet still wanting to hold on. While the market is filled with fast-paced romance and high-intensity stimulation, Vermilion Kiss goes against the grain, using a slow pace and meticulous detail to portray unrequited love as a gentle, protracted battle. It doesn't rely on sensationalism to win, but rather subtly draws the audience deeper and deeper. Perhaps this is the real reason why it became a hit before it even aired, not because it's new, but because it's genuine, not because it's sweet, but because that sweetness hits exactly where people's hearts are most lacking. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.